Let's install footer on your WordPress site. Now, as you can see, here we are using Divi theme, okay? And this is the picture of a Divi theme, at least for without anything in it. And then if you try to look at here, we have several options here, and that includes widgets area. So, but first I would like you to see what it looks like in the default WordPress if it is without a theme, but using instead a default theme from WordPress itself. So let's deactivate the theme, and let's use 2025, the default one, the latest default. Okay, and as you can see, all the options under the appearance are gone. So and since we are talking about footer, let's what we want to do is to edit the footer. Okay, this area, as you can see, if we are going to refresh that, this is the picture of it, and this is the default footer area. So how are we going to work on that? So going back, let's click editor, and then we can go to uh, directly in the page, and then since the what's this since the WordPress is now using a block style, so you can actually edit per block. Okay, uh, you can edit this one and this one using blocks. In this default, we go to patterns, go to footer, okay, and we can use this is the default patterns that we can use, but granted that we are using this one, this default pattern, we can uh, edit this pattern accordingly, the way we want it to. So like for example, we would like to change this one, so we can, usually it's copyright at copyright at 2025, okay, designed by online influence online influence. Okay, then we can edit the link for that. Okay, okay, then click save. All right, so that's the bottom area. We can also, as you can see, we can change this as well. Here in this area, you can see the option for us to change it and put some link in here, and title attribute, and if you want to add another row, okay, and here you have, if you want to add a row or another block, you can just hover somewhere here and click and play with it, and you can add a row. So this one is 2 column. Okay, so here, we have 2 rows that you can use. Okay, uh, can do separate rows. Okay, so yeah, can adjust this one, but let me tell you that again, WordPress by default, using this method is quite difficult to manipulate. So the best way is to add a theme. Okay, so again, this is the default. Now let's go back again. We are not going to save this because we will not be using this one, because I think nobody uses this anyway. But I'm just trying to show you if what you need to do if you are going to at least use the default one. So uh, going back, the in the dashboard, let's activate again the Divi theme. Okay, so since it's activated now, so as you can see, we have several options here, and in our appearance area, there's several options. Now, let's talk first. Okay, let's uh, refresh it. Okay, let's talk first on the basic of uh, using this area. So, in most cases, if you have a theme, you have a customized button here, but not all themes will probably have that. But if you do, then this is where you can uh, edit some footer elements. As you can see here, it has show social icons and it refers here, so you can uh, turn it on or turn it off. And in the bottom bar, okay, here in this area, you can just put there copyright 2025, okay, and then yes, that's it. So you can put it there. But again, this has a very limited option as well. So that's why, yeah, this can be, you can use this by default. It's up to you if you want it to make simple. But how are you going to edit this area? So if you publish that, let's say we publish that. Okay, let's click publish. Okay, and if you try to refresh that, you'll see the edits here. So for us to to work on this area, you still have to go to footer, and then go to uh, uh, what's this, widgets area. Okay, so here is the color of the links, etc. But again, you cannot add simply add anything here. What you need to do is to go to close this area, close the customize, and you need to go to widgets. Okay, okay, okay. So we have the widgets. So if you check under footer area number one, we have January 2025. So this is the one, and this area is the archives in January. So that's the default widget that was added there. I mean, at least by default. But this one, I'm the one who added this one, and I added a sort of list. But I would like to make a link out of it later, or let's say here, you can add a link. Let's say slash about us page. Now we haven't added a real page there as of now, but for the sake of illustration, you can use that for now. So as you can see, it's now a link. So um, if we want to add another update here, then or another link, we can again uh, probably use another list. So let's say service number, service 1, service 2, service 3. So, and the same thing. And again, there are lots of options that you can add here. We can add a paragraph, we can add an image, maybe a video, or probably a heading. And if you want to browse all the things that you can add, then you can see it here. All right. But this is just for the sake of example. And if you click update, so we see here, up here, uh, if we click refresh, there we are. So can use the rest of the, maybe I think there's another two more uh, widgets here. But again, if you are going to use this one, it will be very limited. It's still a very limited number of features that you can work on this. So that's why I do not recommend to use this if you are using Divi. So what I'm going to use instead is I'm going to use what we call the theme builder. This is this is now the method number two. So in method number two, what I'm going to do is to use the theme builder. Again, we are using Divi here. So I'll probably add, not probably, but first thing that I will do is to add a global footer. So here I can design a global footer for my own use. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to start building. Uh, let's just close this first. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is to add a row. Now we have already a what's this, a an area here, and we want to add a row. So let's say I just would like to add use two rows. Now remember, in widgets area you have five, I think five columns here, but here I can modify it if I want to use two, three, or whatever kind of kinds of different kinds of columns that I would like that. Now here I can use wider variety or of options for my column. So let's say I'm going to use this one. All right. So here I already have options. So but normally what we do is to just use a contact form here. So since we do not have a contact form, probably I'll just usually if we are going to use a contact form, maybe contact form 7, or maybe the gravity forms is it's using a code or a short code. So I can use either the short code here or the text area. So but for the sake of illustration, let's just use the text area so that you can see some changes. All right, so let's click save. Okay, and here uh, let's use a, let's say I would like to add a uh, address. So for an address, I will be using a blurb. Okay, so I will be editing that blurb. Okay, so here, let's say I'll use an icon. I'll use point, or this one, location. Okay, and let's put that image icon. Let's make it red, and uh, let's put it on the left, and let's go back to content. Let's put here visit us, and then I can type here the location. Let's say uh, blank city, uh, North Sydney, or okay, blank city, uh, Leyte, Philippines. Let's just say that, and then or hold on, let's say 999. Okay, so let's just say, so this is just an example, all right? So here probably we can put a anything here, maybe logo. If I'm going to use a logo, I'll probably use an image here. Where's that image? Image. Yeah. Image. Okay. So I'll put it here. Okay. And then I would like to change also, add some colors for my background. So I'll probably use a darker background. So okay, maybe F. Let's okay, say darker one. Or how about a blue? Or let's find a shade of blue. That one. Okay, and I'm going to use here I'm going to uh, color the text with white, text color white, so that we can see the text. So text, body text white, okay, and the title text, let's also make it white. All right, so okay, and here, okay, let's just say we'll save this one. Again, you can add another area here. Let's say we would like to add a divider. Hold on. So if it's a divider, it should be okay. Let's edit the color white, and then I'm going to add another uh, maybe 2 lines, another 2 columns. Or I can add actually 3 depending on me, but I'll add just 2 columns, and then put 2 texts. And okay, so but here I would like to edit this one, hold on, into white, and this is where I'm going to use copyright. (2025), and then I'll just duplicate this one and put it here. But this one, I will align it on the opposite side. So here, and then I'll type here uh, designed by online influence. See, so I can actually achieve similar things, and I can reduce the columns, the spacing here. So spacing, I'll put 0. Okay, so it should have 0, and so here I'll also put 0. Okay, so there. So I'll click save. So here's where the magic happens. Close that. Okay, here you add, this is the global footer template. So here you add another template, but am I going to use this for all pages? So for this particular example, I'm going to use that as my universal. So I'll create a template. But again, the good thing with Divi is that you can specifically assign it to different pages. It's up to you. So you can use another template for a specific page or for a post. So or a blog. So it depends on you. So, but for just for this example, let's use it for all pages. Create, and automatically it's being used here as the global footer for all pages. So click save, okay, and then once you uh, click the refresh, see uh, we already have uh, this one, and you can edit it the way you want it. So you can add more columns, more depending on you on if this is the way you want it, and you can add more rows if you would like to. So yeah, so that's how we add a footer for your WordPress.